bitches! Yes! Yes!
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a really weird game called Dynamite Dux. Although this has an umlaut over the U, which might mean it's pronounced Dynamite Dux. I want to call it Dynamite Dux because the protagonists of this game are ducks, player 1 and player 2. But it might be called ducks, or dukes, because you punch your enemies, so it's like putting up your dukes. I have no idea. I'm guessing it was intended to be up to the player's discretion as to how to pronounce it. This was suggested by YouTube user Nathan Williams, I believe. Yeah, and this is a strange game. This was only released in Japan, excuse me, by Sega in 1988. And it is a beat 'em up, and you control a blue duck with player 1, and if you're playing two-player simultaneous play, player 2 controls a red duck. The blue duck's name is Bean, B-I-N, but it's pronounced Bean, because that's the Japanese pronunciation. And player 2 is pronounced Pin, P-I-N. And the story goes that your owner, a little girl named Lucy, I think that was her name, is spirited away by this evil sorcerer named Cha-Cha. But the ducks try to get their cute little owner back. And if you just noticed, that was Colonel Sanders for some damn reason at the very beginning. I do not know why he's in this game. Just one of the weirdest games I've ever seen. And notice that not only do we have disembodied dog heads, but we also have mooses that'll come after you. This game is quite a bit harder than it looks. There's various little weapons you can pick up. You can pick up rocks. You can pick up like a bazooka. You can pick up a rocket launcher, a flamethrower, a water gun, bombs. All sorts of stuff that can help you, but they have very limited ammunition, and you'll see the meter for your ammunition above your life bar. And you can pick up various cakes and pastries that'll refill your energy a little bit. And when you see a water gun, then you'll know that you'll have a fire-based boss that you'll have to face. And there are 2 bosses on each stage, except for maybe the last stage, and there's 6 stages. There'll be a mini-boss partway through the level, and then a regular boss at the end, and then you go to the next stage. But now we'll go to the second part of this stage. If you see a barricade to a road, you won't be able to go that way. Bombs are not good for close combat, but if you can lob it from far away, you can take out a whole bunch of enemies at once. This game has such weird enemies. Now we have these roller skating cats. The moose always makes me think of Bullwinkle. And now we have these alligators that will shoot their dentures at you? What in the world? What a bizarre freaking game. Treasure chests will either contain, I think it's like 10 points, or like 1,000 points. If you hang around in one area too long, then some sort of devil will come after you, or hang around you and cost you some energy. And here we have a flamethrower. I didn't mention this yet, but you can charge a special punch attack, whoops, by holding down the punch button and then releasing, and there will be this little wave that emits from your punch that's a lot stronger than the regular punch. And if you're facing a boss and you have a lot of room, use that punch, that charge punch, as they start to close in on you, and you'll do more damage because they take a good long while to bring down. This game's very, very hard, much harder than you'd think it would be. There will be enemies that like to gang up on you. There will be a lot of enemies that like to shoot you from afar. And like I said, the boss fights take a long time to complete. And here will be the final boss of Stage 1. And he is a boss surrounded by boulders. And you need to break down the boulders enough and then destroy the middle. The only truly safe spot from his rotating shield of rocks is the bottom left corner. Otherwise, you're very likely to get hit. This is one of the stranger games I've ever seen. Again, this was not seen in America, just Japan, or at least the arcade original was. This had a release for the Sega Master System. I don't know why. The game was just too weird for words. Oops. There's that stupid devil that likes to harangue you and will take off some energy if you don't move along or finish off a boss. Whoops. I do like that for a scrolling beat 'em up, you can really no, there I beat him. You can really move all over the place. A weird game. For a kind of open-ended scrolling beat 'em up, you can move up and down, like facing up and down. Most of those beat 'em ups, when you like move up or down, you continue to face like the left or right. But not this game. Now we have sumo pigs. You gotta watch out for this mole that will pop up from the ground, and he'll hurt you if he touches you. And here's our mini boss, and I hate this guy. He's a pain in the butt. He's a dragon float that these guys carry around each little piece, and they follow you very closely. And you don't want the dragon to breathe the fire on you. I hate this boss. He's a pain in the butt, and each little guy takes a while to bring down. Yeah, they each take several hits. and they change blue when they've taken a number of hits and are close to being knocked out, or are halfway to being knocked out or something. After every 2 stages that you beat, you will have an opportunity to fight player number 2 in a boxing match. Kind of weird. But if you beat player 2, or the computer will control the second player if you only play a 1-player game. Whoops. If you beat player number 2, then you will get a bunch of bonus points. If you knocked him out before the time runs out, then you'll get like 100,000 points. But if you just ended up with more energy when the time runs out, then you get 50,000 points. Well, now it's just the dragon head. Just die. There. Yeah, the stages are downtown Japan, a jungle, Chicago, Texas, and Achacha, which is the realm of the sorcerer Achacha, who took away your owner Lucy. Yeah, the treasures are worth either 10 points or 1,000 points. Now we have these ninjas that appear out of nowhere. I'm not a big fan of this game. It's just too weird for me, and it's much more difficult than I thought it would be. I'm going to put in my initials here, and I declined to continue right here. But I will show you snippets of the rest of the stages. Yeah, you get to go into a boxing match versus player number 2 at the end of stage 2 and after you beat stage 2 and stage 4. There isn't one after stage 6 because that's the last stage. But I made first place on the weirdo game Dynamite Dux. And again, maybe it's supposed to be pronounced Dynamite Dux because of the umlaut over the U. But I'm guessing that the programmers probably just left it up to the player's imagination as to how it's supposed to be pronounced. The Japanese are generally quite fond of puns. And like I said, it might mean... I can't get that weapon up. Whoops. Yeah, behind these guys you can get a treasure. You can't see it behind them, but it's there. I hate those geysers, I guess. They keep spitting flames even after you pass them. Sometimes the flames are further than you think they are. We're just going to look at snippets of the rest of the stages. We'll look at the mini-boss and main boss fights. Such a weird frickin' game. Disembodied dog heads that bite you. Half of moose bodies. And then we have this cloud. You have to weaken its rotating shield, I think. And then destroy the center. Yeah, there we go. Freaking weird game. I've got invincibility on for the second time that I played this. Yeah, I don't know what kind of hints to give you about the boxing match. I keep getting my ass kicked by the second player if I don't have the cheats on. There's one button that will punch, the regular punch button, and the other button, the jump button, will block. And Yeah, you get 50,000 if you have more energy than them at the end of the time. Or if you knocked them out, put on a cheat that gives them no energy, then you will get 100,000 points. And again, the blue duck is named Bean, but it's spelled B-I-N. And the I is pronounced E in Japan. And then Peen, P-I-N, is the second player, the red duck. And this is the jungle setting. Something I didn't mention yet is that there are cliffs you can drop off the edge of that you've got to watch out for. And this is a golem here, a giant rock monster. You got to watch out because he spits fire. But again, the stages are downtown, Japan, the jungle, Chicago, Texas, and Achacha. And yeah, I don't know what made them decide to put Colonel Sanders in this game, but it's very clearly supposed to be him. Colonel Sanders died, I think, like 1980 or maybe earlier than that. Long time ago. He's of course well known as the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. From what I've heard, he's a mean old bastard. From things that I've read about him. Yeah, those bombs are very nice. If you've got quite a bit of distance between you and the enemies, you can take out a whole bunch of them with one bomb. Yeah, there'll be enemies with homing missiles, but you can also pick up homing missiles yourself. Jesus, that freaking geyser spray travels far. Water guns. I'm guessing I have a fire-based enemy coming up. Yeah, you have a ring of fire here, and it burns the ring of fire. But you need to take out all of its flames, and as you take out each flame, you'll see a rock in its place on the ring. Let's just scoot forward and take it out here and go to stage number 4, Chicago. And this time around you have these rhino football players. And they charge at you. I hate those roller skating cats. They're quicker than they seem. You can actually get on top of these barrels. You can't really do anything special while on there. You have to take out the enemies first. And now we'll go to the mini boss here, and it's a giant star. It's an angry Carl's Jr. We used to have a Carl's Jr. Not far from where I live, and it got taken out, and they put a Chipotle in its place. I really love Superstar burgers, and they had like an Angus thick burger double or something that I thought was really awesome too. I like Carl's Jr. quite a bit. Chipotle's not bad though either. Yeah, it looks like you'll be able to get past that blockade, but you can't. You can't go down that street. The gun that I have here, this power-up, you can hold down the fire button on that one and a number of other power-ups, and you'll have rapid fire. How are you supposed to get past that firewall without getting hurt? And then this bomb will go off and scatter pieces at you. And another fire-based enemy. Yeah, we'll just scoot forward through the different stages just because I don't want to do a full playthrough. That'll take too long. And now we go to Texas, but first, whee! And then another boxing match between me and player number 2. We're not going to go through the whole boxing match. Yeah, player 2 just always kicks my ass. Well, at least now we're going to go to Texas. There's kind of a ghost town motif. And then we've got these bandito guys, I guess. There will also be, I think, these Native American Indians later on. You will die if you fall on the spikes, even if you've got an invincibility cheat on. These these cows will charge you, and they're a lot faster than you think they are. And here's a mini boss. Penguins in Texas. Are you frickin' kidding me? This game is officially an acid trip. But your goal should not be trying to eliminate the regular penguins because they'll just keep respawning. Take out the Emperor King, or the Emperor Penguin, or King Penguin, or whatever they want to call him for this game. But yeah, you need to keep hitting him, and eventually all the others will fall. Yeah, you can't destroy the blockade there. And this is definitely one of the weirdest games I've ever seen. Again, this was released only in Japan, or at least the arcade version was. The Sega Master System version, I think, was released in the US. What a weird game. Disembodied dog heads. Friggin' half moose bodies. Strange. But get whatever weapon you can and try to maybe save it for a boss. Or as much ammo as you can. Because that fight is going to take a long time. And here's another rock-walled or rock shield enemy. Same boss as we saw earlier. Just scoot forward to me, killing him. Whee! And now we're gonna go to the final level, Ah-Cha-Cha. But we'll just see snippets of this stage. More disembodied dog heads trying to bite me. And more bullwinkles. What's this power up? Oh yeah, flamethrower. Hey Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my... Oh my god, I'm burning! What a freaking weird game. But yeah, you can hold down the fire button when you've got the flamethrower and move the joystick, and you'll be able to direct the flame wherever you want. But yeah, for a mob of enemies far away coming at you, the bombs are a great weapon to have. There's those Native American Indians there. Pressing jump and punch at the same time doesn't do anything like it does in a lot of those scrolling beat-em-ups. This is one of my favorite weapons, is that gun, rapid fire gun. You just hold down the fire button and you'll just keep spraying bullets. This friggin' football-playing rhinos from the Chicago stage. Really, they should have been bears, not not rhinos. Well, I hope you, if you are enjoying the NFL draft, I hope that your team picked the player that you want or fulfilled a need. My Buffalo Bills took Gregory Rousseau, defensive end, and they really did need a defensive end. They need to get more pressure on the opposing quarterback. I think it's a decent pickup. And we'll see, but I would have taken either him or Jason Owe. Hopefully they pick up a cornerback in round 2. And round 2 will be tomorrow. Friday at I think 4 o'clock is when it starts, or round 2 and round 3. But this is a cha-cha, and he's got multiple forms. We're just gonna take him out real quick. I've got invincibility on, so I don't care if I get hit a few times. And now we have beaten Dynamite Dux. Congratulations! And we free our owner, Lucy. She comes back down from the bubble and grows to normal size. Boing, 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 boing. Frickin' weirdo game. Well, I'll put in my initials, and that was Dynamite Dux, released in late 1988 by Sega, only in Japan, but there was a Sega Master System port that I think was released in the US. But that was Dynamite Dux, possibly Dynamite Dukes. I think it's up to you as to how to pronounce it. But that was Dynamite, and I'm going to pronounce it Dux because the protagonists are ducks. Dynamite Dux by Sega in 1988, suggested by YouTube user Nathan Williams. This is Crazy Climb Racing. Thanks for watching Dynamite Dux by Sega in 1988. Very, very weird game. Quite the head trip. Well, I thank you for watching. Hope you have a great upcoming weekend, and I'll see you later with my next video. Bye-bye, everybody.